Now let's get to the men's side. So the men are 2-0 as well. They look really good in their first game. Kevin Durant looked really good. LeBron James looked pretty good as well. I think Drew Holiday has been looking good pretty much the whole time. But they have a bit of a controversy going on, which happened with game one, where NBA champion Jayson Tatum, first team All NBA Jayson Tatum, the Jayson Tatum that is on the squad with two of his teammates that actually get paid to make sure he get the ball. They're getting more PT than him. I thought was interesting. And so does Stephen A. Smith think it was interesting as well. This is what he had to say about Steve Kerr.
Quote, the NBA is so popular worldwide and the regular season is kind of a soap opera. And so we understand that, and social media takes over and everything becomes so dramatic. I think we need to give these guys more credit. They're here to win a gold medal. They're pros. They're committed to each other. End quote. Final game of group play will be Saturday at 11:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time versus Puerto Rico, for those of you who care. Here's the deal. That's a real easy thing for Coach Steve Kerr to say. And it's not that he's wrong in any way. It's just that it's not that simple. Ladies and gentlemen, Tyrese Halliburton didn't play. We didn't say anything about that. You know why we didn't say anything about that when he didn't play? You know, the other day when Jayson Tatum was benched, because Tyrese Halliburton is a young guard. He was in the playoffs, although Indiana got to the Eastern Conference Finals against Boston this year. You know, we understand that there's levels to this. And when you look at a Drew Holiday and when you look at some of the other talent that exists on Team USA, all right, it's going to be pretty difficult for him to crack the lineup and stuff like that. We understand that for the most part. What we're saying is that Jayson Tatum is a superstar in this league. He's the reigning defending NBA champion. See, when we sit up there and we talk about this kind of stuff, this is the thing that drives me nuts. Everybody act like they don't understand what the hell I'm talking about. It's Jayson Tatum. We understand the greatness of Kevin Durant, maybe the greatest basketball Olympian ever. We understand who LeBron James is. We also saw Team USA beat Serbia by 26 points. You can't find time for somebody like that. You're talking about, oh, it's very difficult to play more than 10. Well, what 10 players are better than Jayson Tatum? He's 6'9" and can play the 1, 2, 3, or the 4 position. When you bench Embiid, that's understandable. You're going against South Sudan. They're running up and down the floor. Their success is primarily predicated on perimeter shooting. Joel Embiid is never 100% healthy. He's had foot injuries. He's had knee injuries. He's had back injuries. That might not be a game his all-world talent needs to participate in. We understand that. Jayson Tatum was healthy. Jayson Tatum is spry. Jayson Tatum is 6'9". He's a 6'9" dude that can play guard and forward. He can play 4 different positions. What possible excuse could you have for sitting him on the bench and then to tell him beforehand, there's 10 dudes we're going to play for you? Well, let's go down the list. LeBron, who's approaching 40. The Bam Adebayos of the world, along with Anthony Davis. That's a given. They're playing the 5 for you. We got that. Kevin Durant, sure. Going to play Kevin Durant ahead of him. I got that. Devin Booker, Drew Holiday, Derek White. You got 2 dudes that are his teammates for the Boston Celtics, whose job is to defer to him.
Look, man, Stephen A. Smith didn't do nothing but spit facts, man. And he don't often do that. He was 100% right. Whatever excuse Steve Kerr gave for benching Tatum was just baloney. Like, I mean, saying you can't pay 12 guys, okay, I get that. Well, first of all, I don't get it because you can play 12 guys, especially in the blowout, right? That game was a blowout. And LeBron James was close to a triple-double and didn't want to sit his ass down. So in a blowout, he's still in there playing in the fourth quarter. Them could have been all of Tatum's minutes. The entire fourth quarter could have been Tatum. You could have found some minutes for him, maybe 2 or 3 minutes in the first half, and that whole fourth quarter could have been his. He didn't have to sit down. Now, when you do have those games where it's not a blowout and you got to keep your rotation short because you got to go with the best lineups and the lineups is working, yeah, then it's hard to play 12 because it's only 40 minutes, right? It's hard to play 12 guys. You don't even do that in the NBA. You don't play 12. So it's hard to play 12 in a 40-minute game. So I get that point when the game is tight or close. But in that case, when the game is tight and you got to decide not to play 2 guys, how the hell is it the first team all NBA defending champion player? How, like when has it ever been that guy? Like you look at Dream Team, the guy that they decided to not play that day, it was never Jordan or Magic. It was always Stockton or Chris Mullin and Christian Laettner. If you go sit a guy, those are the guys you sit. The one you don't sit the guy with the most brass. How you sit the first teamer down? If you're not sitting Steph down or LeBron or KD, how you sitting down Tatum? What it really is they sat the person that they have the least amount of respect for, or the person that probably won't make a fuss about it. You get what I'm saying? I hate people that do stuff like that. Like I want to make an example, or I want to push my weight around, but I'm gonna do it against the guy that I know ain't gonna push back. He know Tatum was gonna take the high road with it, but he won't never sit no freaking LeBron James. He won't do that. He won't sit his own player and staff. He won't do that. He probably, I mean, he sat Edwards last year. Or not last year, but in the trials, I think. And Edwards had something to say about it. He ain't do that. He ain't doing that again. So Tatum was he was the quiet one that he thought that he could do it to. But why the hell? We understand why you sat Tyrese Halliburton. He's a young buck. We don't need him that much. You sit that young buck. But Derek White just got there last week after Kawhi left. And he's like the least guy on the totem pole other than like even Tyrese got more status than him. So if you sit someone, it's the newcomer, it's White, and it's Tyrese Halliburton. So there's your 2 that you're sitting, and you got your 10-man rotation, 9 if you want it. But it shouldn't be Jayson Tatum. So Stephen A. Smith is right, 100%. But I don't know if we looking at it the right way, because this is what I think, right? You know, I did some connecting some dots, and I got a theory, right? I think I ain't gonna get to that yet. Let me get to the game. All right, so the game is in my opinion still showing that Kevin Durant is the leader. Right? That's what I'm seeing. I just, like a lot of people are saying that LeBron James he's the MVP of the Olympics and all this stuff, man. And I get it. He go end up with more stats than everybody because points, rebounds, assists. Like that's what everybody's been conditioned to view good basketball through. Ever since maybe 2010. Points, rebounds, assists. Whichever player who has the most of that is the one that's doing this thing. They want to give Luka the MVP because of points, rebounds, assists. Jokic got 3 MVPs because of points, rebounds, assists. LeBron is considered one of the greatest of all time because of points, rebounds, and assists. Westbrook has gotten an MVP, points, rebounds, and assists. Harden has got an MVP, points, rebounds, and assists. Caitlin Clark is the last caller that was telling me Caitlin Clark is so great because of points, rebounds, and assists. If you're doing that and recording that, people brain short circuit and they can't think basketball anymore. right? But for my money, give me Kevin Durant.